6:23. Now here's a question for you. If you had to put a bet on what song had had the most airtime in public over the last 75 years, where would your money go, John?
Well, I've said Hotel California, but that's a personal bias because I like the Eagles very much. But I also think Imagine by the Beatles should be there.
Right. Well, actually, it's Imagine by John Lennon.
John Lennon, all right. Yeah.
Sorry to be a bit pedantic there, but no, I tell you what, we'll talk about where those come in a moment, if they come in there at all, because here are the top 5.
I feel it in my finger, I feel it in my toe. Love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters.
To be pedantic, but that was 3, not 5.
I know, but that's not my fault, is it? It's okay, yeah, exactly.
This is going well already.
It is.
Morning.
And DJ Phil Wilding's here, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll be gloves off. And right now, so just to say, Imagine, you said John Lennon, number 32, by the way. And that, of course, was the 3, 2, 1, as it were. Yeah. And are you surprised by the number 1 there, Procol Harum?
Up to a point, but then you have to remember that about a year and a half ago, they all went to court, didn't they? Procol Harum, as bands do, they form, they have fun.
Yeah, Gary Brooker did, but then he'd done the organ,
they fall out, exactly, even though it's based on a classical piece, but we won't get into that here, we haven't got
No.
time. But he went to court, and of course, when he actually won the court case, and a cheque the size of, you know, my head, and I've got a massive head, it just made the news all over the world. So suddenly that song was back in everyone's consciousness again. Do you know what I mean?
And also, that can't have just been the reason why it suddenly got number 1 in
I think it helped it. It really was a major story. Do you know what I mean? And also, I think as well, you know, when you hear an old song you like with you, Hotel California, it is like seeing an old friend, isn't it? It's not like an ex-wife you duck into a doorway. You kind of welcome it back. And I think if that's kind of tapped into your mind, into your mental state, you think, oh yeah, I do like that.
But don't you think, in some ways, I mean, I listened to that, and it's so firmly rooted in that era.
Part of your life. You were young, running through fields of poppies.
I probably
in
wasn't
slow
even
motion.
born, I don't think.
Of course you
and
were.
then there's but you listen to Bohemian Rhapsody, and I don't know whether it's because of the fact I seem to hear that all the time, but it still has a freshness about it.
Yeah, and
it still sounds current.
And I think with Bohemian Rhapsody as well, it's got arguably the most iconic intro you'll ever hear on any song. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't hear and go, what is that? Who's that by? You know, you instantly see the video. But I think with Procol Harum, even though it's less of an emphatic song, I think that intro straight away, it's great songs like that, they just hit you straight away, and you don't have any second guessing. You think, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah,
that's selling sweets or chocolate somewhere.
Yeah, it is. And of course I love that Wet 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 one, but every single
it's a Clog song, isn't it?
Every bloke in the head just went, oh no.
Can I say though, when I met Reg Presley of the Clogs, who wrote that song, and what he likes to do as a hobby is crop circles. He's a big fan of crop circles, as you can be, I'm sure, if you live in the country alone. And he said to me, it's great, the money's great because I can now do much. I can spend much more time in my circles. So I thought, well, you know, Marty Peller's done some good in the world, which I never thought I'd say on TV or anywhere out loud ever in my life.
Well done.
Morning, Marty.
Now the surprises are, or the surprises when we were touting around, the Beatles didn't make it into the top 10.
Number 11, Hello Goodbye, yeah.
Yeah, Robbie Williams came higher than Elvis.
Yes.
That was quite interesting. And Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, not even in there.
And also Glenn Miller's in there.
Yes.
Glenn Miller, that's very...
Is there like a theme pub somewhere up north where everything's in black and white and they all just play In the Mood all the time?
It's very odd,
I honestly can't remember the last time I was anywhere, and I got a lot because I don't like staying in.
No.
And I can't remember the last time
You like to be out doing crop circles?
I just hear me and Reg Presley in a field somewhere waving, going, I'm sure one landed there. But I suppose they wanted to represent the 75 years of PPL as well, so things like In the Mood, which must have been a massive hit at the time. But, you know, that came on in 1939.
Yeah.
So I find that quite beguiling that's actually in the charts.
Well, John, of course, was on his first job by then.
I was going to be ahead of you, even though I wasn't around.
John was head of news at the time then.
Kirsty's around for the weather. Good morning, Kirsty.